Welcome to another episode of Coloring with Lisa and Extreme Coloring. I'm going to show you here how to do really vibrant colors. So let's just get started here. Okay, I took a page here from a book that I really love. It's just got a lot, so much detail in this book. It's called Curious Creatures. It's this book here. All right. This is the book that I'm going to be coloring out of right here, and it is called Curious Creatures. And in this book there's just a lot of detail, a lot of line art, a lot of detail in this book. The pictures are so adorable. Get started. Let's hang out. I got some coffee going. Life is good. All right, so look, I've got my little coffee here going, and I hope that you just relax and have some fun with me. So the first thing we're going to do is I think we're going to do this flower right here, because that'll give us some leaves and the actual flower. Okay, so let's just start here with Deco Pink, which is number 1014. And these color combinations obviously are great in any book, and this is just a nice color combination. So if you can remember these colors, which are going to be the Deco Pink, and I use the Process Red, which is PC994. So you might want to pull these out. I'll pause the video and pull them out. And we've got Mulberry, which is PC995. All right. And then we've got the Dark Purple, which is PC931. And these colors right here make a really great combination. So like make a little swatch and, you know, just put the colors down and the numbers so you can remember that one particular flower combination color. All right. So let's... if you like it, that is. All right, so what we're going to do here is let me just go in a little bit, all right, to the flower so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so let's just take the pink, the lightest pink, and just very lightly, let's get these tips. I wanted these to be a purple flower. Now, with these Prismacolors, they don't really have a really rich purple. I do a lot of gems and I love doing crowns and perfume bottles and diamonds and stuff like that. And the purple in Prismacolor, I don't know, I can't get that really rich deep purple that I want. So I found a little hack, if you will, a little technique, and I'm going to show it to you here. So now let's take the Process Red, and we're going to do the little bit. You want to keep it kind of light, because I want those tips to be light, because the whole thing with the extreme coloring is the shock value of the brilliance of the colors, but also the you know, the light glowing. You want it to glow and to be really fabulous. So you gotta take your time with it, and you keep the tips light. I'll just do this little half right here. I don't need to go across the whole flower. I'll do that and I'll stop the video. So let's now right towards the base, just get a little darker towards the base. Okay, so that's good, and even a little darker than that actually, because we want dark at the base, but you don't want to go all the way up, because then you're ruining your the graduation in the colors, right? All right, so now we've got a little, you can see how it's starting to come up, you know, a little lighter and darker. And now you can kind of mess around with it a little bit. Take that light pink and just kind of, you know, get it a little bit more blendier. If you want, you can leave those tips even white to really have it pop out. Okay, so now let's take the Mulberry, which is the 995, the Mulberry. And then let's do another area down here, a little bit lower, but darker at the bottom. And then bring your pencil up with a lighter touch as you get up. You don't go too high up, but you know, you want that, you want the depth at the base. You see how it's already starting to create that like cool depth. Okay, now let's take the dark purple, which is the darkest color, and just go right along the edge, like that. Okay, now the same thing, if you go up too high, you're gonna ruin your situation. So you can even flick it. I do little flicking. If you follow me, you'll know this is my way of coloring, because it makes it look a lot realer and not so stark of graduating colors. So now you see that, how it's starting to blend up. Now for the magic. All right, non-photo blue 919. I use this a lot for my extreme colorings. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna, believe it or not, now red and blue, as you know, make purple. Okay, so by adding this, okay, we light at the top and then darker towards the bottom. Now you see this, how that is making a really nice purple. Who would have thought those colors, huh? And then just blend them in like so, and lighter at the top, and then just come on down, and then that gives you a really nice purple flower. But I'm not done yet, so let's go like that. Just I'll do the whole flower off camera. I don't want to take the time, but I'll show you. So you got the idea. All right, and just take your time with it. The whole thing is to have fun and relax. There's no hurry, there's no problems. Well, there's lots of problems, but you know what I mean. Everybody has problems, but yeah, so, and we're just gonna make that a really nice purple. And then what we could do now is make it a little bit richer. So there's actually different ways you can do that. You could use like this Indithrone blue, which is PC208, or an indigo blue, or you know, any one of those blues, just to get that line of graduation. And you don't even have to go all the way across in a line. You could just do little pieces like I just did here. You know, and this, you just take your time. That's why this is extreme coloring. This is, you know, more advanced, but it takes time. But look at the results you're going to get. All right, now to really spice things up, we're going to put some black down here. Okay, and you just lightly get those tips in there with the black. Very lightly with the black, because you don't want it to be too crazy. Okay, and voila. Now obviously when the whole picture's done, that's how it's going to be striking, because you know, you're just seeing one little piece here. So that is how we do that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do this right now while you do yours. And then let's come back and do the middle here, and I'll show you a little technique, and then we'll come back and I'll show you a couple techniques with some leaves. All right, so now I did this. I want to show you something else. If you really want to do something to make it a little bit more light, you take one of these little erasers, you know, the kind that you get at the store, you know, they're just basic school erasers, but they got a sharp point on it. So you just, maybe like on a couple leaves, just take a little bit off, just to get some highlights on the little tippy tops of the little babies. There you go. Look how good that looks. Okay, so we are getting there. We haven't used blending pencil yet, but I think what we'll do is let's take a little bit of this Sky Blue Light, PC 1086, or I could do a white. I'm going to try this one and see if I like it. I'm going to blend these in. Sky Blue Light's nice. I don't see. That's why I use a brush to scrape the edges off. But I know this is going to have a background. What I do use is this little brush right here, and I just brush the dust off really nice. And it actually feels really good, you know, just to brush across your paper like you're one with your little flower. I know I'm weird, right? All right, well, that is what it is. All right, so I'm just gonna blend these up a little, and if you want maybe some white, I'll try a little bit of white. What the heck? Like I say, this kind of coloring is it's more on the professional side, but it's still relaxing nonetheless, and it's even more relaxing because it's going to look so awesome, and you're going to be like, I did that. Yes, I sure did. So I'm going to take a little bit of white and throw some white in here, in a couple of them. Just take your time with each petal. You can go kind of nutty with this, but that's the point, is to keep your mind occupied and not so living in the stress of the world, right? Which is pretty darn crazy right now, right? I'm filming this right after Christmas, so everybody can use a nice relaxing color break after that fiasco, right? get me wrong, I mean, I really love the holidays, but they are stressful, especially when you have a Hollywood crazy family like I do, and 6 kids and grandkids, and then add being Italian in the mix. All right, now look at how that looks. Doesn't that just look really pretty? I don't know if the color shows up good there on this camera or not. This is a new camera, and so I'm not happy with the color, but I mean, you'll see it when you do it yourself, how vibrant it looks. And if you pull away, you can kind of see already how it's vibrant. But now, here comes a little bit of a trick. And what we're going to do now is, when you know a little bit about colors, like complementary colors and things like that, if we put like an orangey color, a yellowy orange color against this purpley color, it's going to make it really, really like pop out. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a little bit of this. This is a canary yellow, PC 916. This is a really great yellow. It really is a great yellow. It's just so versatile. You can use it so, because it's not really too bright, and it depends on what I want to do, because there's other yellows in the Prismacolor family, but that's why Prismacolor is so awesome. I really love Prismacolor pencils. They're just great. I have the whole set. I have 2 sets of the 150 pencils. Now see, that just gives it a little base, okay? So now let's take this Spanish orange, and we're just going to lightly put a little bit of that in here, just up to the tips. I mean, barely, you could like barely see it. Barely see it. Okay, and I know you're wondering, like, okay, why aren't we doing that darker, right? Well, there is a method to this coloring madness. Okay, so now we're going to take this color. I actually need process red, which is right here, and this is PC 994, and I'm going to take a little bit of this hot pink, which is PC 993, and I'm going to take this pink, which is a deco pink, PC 1014. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pink and kind of go over the yellow a little bit. Now, what you need to understand about these colors is yellow and red make orange, right? So if we want this to be an orange, like most people will just grab the oranges out of your box, but then you're not going to have the depth and the professionalism and the real, you know, which makes you a step above, you know what I mean? Like a professional colorist, because you're actually mixing these colors just like you would in a palette of paints. So now let's take this hot pink and just put that down in here in the little base of the flower, and lightly, and then lightly come up. Okay. Alright, and we're going to kind of go over that yellow with the pink, because pink and yellow, or red and yellow make orange. So we want to slowly start building up this color. Hopefully you have, you know, you could practice this on in any one of your coloring books. You don't have to have this exact picture. This just picture is awesome. And the whole book is great. I mean, I used The Secret Garden and Enchanted Forest and all those, Magical Jungle. But, you know, to have a break, you want to try something new. Now see how it's already building up the orangey color? All right, now let's take the a little bit of this magenta and put some magenta in here. All right, and you really just take your time to build up these layers. See that? But it's starting to really kind of come along here. All right, and then I'll show you some magic in a minute. I like magic with my colors. My other video, if you watch that one when I did the crown and the jewels and stuff, it's really cool because I take that red and then it'll instantly turn purple. So it's like a really dramatic effect. It's pretty cool. I actually have that picture available on download at my Etsy store, so if you like coloring and you want to practice crowns and jewels and stuff, that's a great thing. Hey, I'm not here to sell my downloads, believe me. They're a couple bucks or whatever, but I drew it myself. So, alright, so let's, I want to do more of those too. So please, you know, like, it's very important that you like my page. I don't know if you know how YouTube works, but it works by the number of likes and subscribers that you have, and the more that I have, the better my page will rank and stuff, and I'll start doing better. So it really matters. I wish that you would know how much it matters. So please, please like and subscribe to me. Do it right now. Do it right now. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. I'll try to edit that out, but if not, you know, hey, you gotta realize I'm just a normal person like you, but I'm far from normal. I'm kind of a eccentric person. All right, now see how I created that fiery depth that we got going on here? All right, I mean, it's really, now I'm going to take this yellowed orange, PC1002, and I'm going to add a little bit, bring out that color. Just bring out that color a little bit. Now it's really starting to come along. Okay, now let's take this yellow. This is the canary yellow again, PC916, and let's go over that red again and really bring out that red to make it a little bit deeper of an orange. See? Now we want to get deeper, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab this, let's do this magenta, and let's go a little darker where you really want it to be darker orange. And just throw that in there. Apply it nicely with love. And then we're gonna just work with it. Back again, you see how I'm doing my little flicking method? This flicking method is a way to graduate color without, and blending it together without leaving stark marks. See how you just flick it out like that? So I have it light in the middle. See that? So it's like a fire in the middle. How cool is that, right? So I'm gonna do, you would just do the same thing around here. So I will, I think I'll do that, and then I will come back, and then we're gonna work on this, on the leaf, I think, because that way you'll have a little bit of understanding. And the colors I use on the leaf, you actually could use in a little birdie. You could do the same technique in everything, but it's all about the combination. So if you follow me, I'll give you a whole bunch of different color combinations. So I'll be right back. Now, a good time here would be to grab this pomegranate, PC195, and now that kind of things are coming together, you can see where you want to make this a little darker down in this little cup. So just take that pomegranate and just kind of just darken it up just a little. Don't go crazy with it or anything. Well, I mean, you can if you want, but just saying. Just to deepen that up just a hair, and you just mess with it. But I wanted to show you that because I know I would do that, so I might as well tell you, right? All right, so now we got that a little deeper. And that was pomegranate. All right, let's do some leaves here. So let's grab this canary yellow again, PC916. And what we're going to do is let's just, using my famous flicking method, okay, we're going to flick it in, go the direction of the leaves. So these are going in, so I'm just going to go in with a nice little layer of yellow. Then I'm going to take this one, which is chartreuse, which is PC 989 chartreuse, and I'm going to start from the bottom this time and go up, flick it up from the bottom up. And leaves have veins in them, and of course this book has lots of lines, so you don't have to draw in any veins or anything like that. You just go with what's already there. There's actually another copy of this one in the book without all these lines right next to this picture, so that you could draw in your own veins if you want, or you know, it's not as detailed as this one. Like if you want to do some entangling, doodling, whatever, you can. That's why that book's so awesome. All right, so believe me, she's not telling me. Okay, my battery turned off, so I don't know where this cut off at. So let me just kind of go over what we did. We basted in the canary yellow at the top here, and then we put in the chartreuse, and then we put in a little bit of the spring green now, which is PC 913. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. I think we left off when I was asking you to please like and subscribe to my channel. I think that's where it was. I think, yeah, I was begging is what I was doing before the battery went off. Alright, so let's go that and just play with it. You want a variation of color, you know, some can be lighter, some can be darker. Okay, now let's take the apple green, PC 912. Now there's a lot of different ways to do leaf colors. You could do the olives, you don't even have to do green. You could do them in pinks and blues or whatever. And in this case, I might throw a couple of really crazy pinks in here. Who knows? But this is a nice combination for a really bright green leaf. So, you know, like I say, write down these combinations. And how, you know, you should keep a little swatch book and say, okay, I saw Lisa do this color. I really liked it. And then maybe in your book, just draw a little leaf and then use these colors. And then if you ever want to, you know, you're doing a page and you forgot which ones they were, you could pull out your little swatch book and say, oh yeah, I like that. I think I'll do that kind of color here. And then you'll have a little book together of all your colors that I'm going to teach you. All right, so now let's take the peacock green. This is a really cool green, PC 907. And it just adds a bluish green to the leaf, to the little leafy. And again, just flicking motions. But you see how it's becoming really vibrant. And like I say, this is extreme coloring. I mean, we could do, you know, in whatever colors you want, pastels and pinks. But this one is meant to be really vibrant and to stand out and to be kind of crazy and hippie-ish. Alright? Yeah, it's fun. I love the bright colors. I don't know. I'm always drawn to the bright colors. Of course, I mean, once in a while, I'll feel like being real pastel-y, and I'll just do really light pinks and blues and purples, like really light ones, if I'm in that kind of mood. But most of the time, I just really love the nice, vibrant colors. It's just really cool. Something about it. Plus, it's fun to do it. You know, play with colors is really fun. So you just throw some of that in there. Now let's grab some of this. This is aquamarine, PC 905, and this is a really nice green because it's a bluish green again, and we'll just it just brings it a little bit of the depth. So now we can, you know, you want to leave some of those tips yellow. So again, you just kind of play around with how much of that yellow you want to shine to come through. You know, just kind of mess around. And all the leaves gotta be different. You know, you don't have to do, you know, some will be darker, lighter. Maybe make these a little darker in here for the shading. All right, now let's get some shading going here. Alright, so what we're going to do here now is we got the tips. That's good. Now let's see, let's grab, what's this one here? A dark green, PC 908. I'm going to make it a little darker at the base, as is my technique. I always use 3 or 4 different colors, light, medium, and darks, of course. And when you're doing something, do the same thing, because a lot of people, they don't know, you know, gosh, where do I start? What colors do I get? As long as you have a light, a medium, and a dark, you can really do them in any color. Just keep that light, medium, and dark theme going, and then they'll look good. Right? And so, there it is. Alright, So now you've got an idea how to do that. And then you can grab the yellow if you want it brighter again and put that at the tip. And bring that out. And you want this a little darker, you can grab some Indithrone blue, PC208, and maybe put that blue down in here if you want it to be a little, maybe you want it darker, you know, in here. This is a good shading color. You should write that in your little swatch book, because it is a very nice blue for shading. That and indigo blue. But it's weird too, because pencils, they work differently on top of each other. Like if you were to put an indigo blue over this, it doesn't catch as good when, I don't know, I don't know what the word is. The pigment doesn't lay down as good as this one does. Alright, so there you go. Now you just kind of work it. You just work it until you are happy with your beautiful leaf that you created. And you just use that to blend. You can go up. Just blend it nicely and you've got a beautiful, beautiful leaf. And then in here we could put in maybe some of those oranges. You could put in a nice pink inside there. You know, whichever. I'm going to be working on this piece in a series, so I'm going to save probably those middles, and I'll come back and maybe we'll do the bird. But just stay tuned. Please like and subscribe, and you have a great day. Bye bye now.